And here we are with another assignment overview just to give you an idea about what we're doing this week. So, to help you out, I'm just going to kind of quickly explain what these are. And yes, it's a little bit shorter, but one of them is going to take a little bit of time, hopefully, not too much time, but you'll notice that I've definitely cut down on what it is that you're going to be working on this week. And that's because we're going to start to pull everything together. So, to start, you're going to see here the assignment overview. It's going to tell you to watch the video and read the directions, which very strongly encouraged, so you understand what it is that you're going to be doing and what you're getting into. On the assignment overview, you are going to see two things to access. The first one here is the detailed overview of the assignment sheet. This is a Google Doc that you'll be able to access and see what it is that I'm asking you to do on the assignment. The video here explains in detail what it is that I'm looking for, what it is that you need to make sure that you do, and what not to do. So definitely make sure that you go through and watch the video. Don't skip over the video and tackle the assignment unless you are 100% sure you understand the directions and you know what you're supposed to do. The video is just going to explain what it is you're going to be doing for the main assignment of the week. Now, the assignments you will find posted as the next part, and it's called Reading Synthesis. You will have detailed directions here on this link. The video also goes through those directions. So if you don't want to read, you can have me read it to you. And what you're going to do is ultimately use both of the short stories we read, Cooking Time and The Wretched and the Beautiful, followed by two of the articles. Now you get to pick which two you want to read based on your preference, what you found to be the most enjoyable or interesting or whatever. Because what you are going to do is work to tell me how each of these readings answers the main question that everything has sort of focused on. That main question is, what is the price of following the crowd? So I want you to think about the short story Cooking Time. What does this short story tell us about following the crowd? Don't just give me your opinion about the question. You need to focus on the story and the message that the author was communicating. So based on this story, what is the price of following the crowd? What does this story tell us is the price of following the crowd? You're going to give me your answer here, and you're going to give me evidence from the story that proves that. So I want you to show me here what sort of evidence you're using from the text to give this answer. You're going to do the same thing then down here. And with The Wretched and the Beautiful, you are going to tell me how this story answers this question. You're then going to pick two articles, any two that we read from the list right here. And based on the article, you are going to tell me the article about the Milgram experiment. The article about the Milgram experiment tells us that the price of following the crowd is blah, 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 blah. And then, for example, give me a direct quote. Another example, give me a direct quote. You're going to do that with 4 different texts. These two I have picked for you. These two, you get to pick. So you will pick here which two you want to use from this list. Like I said, I strongly encourage you to watch this video because I will explain what I want from you here and go over the detailed directions that I've also posted here. Now, it looks like a lot. It's not. It's just to make sure you understand what you're going to be typing out and what you are not going to be typing out. So I do not just want a summary. I do not want you to just go off on some sort of weird tangential rant about how you don't follow the crowd because you're different and you do your own thing and YOLO and all that. That's fine. Good for you. But I want you to think not so much what do you do about following the crowd. Do you follow the crowd? Do you not? That is not the question. What does this story tell us about the answer to this question? What does this story tell us about the answer to this question? So how does this text answer the question? How does this story answer this question? How does the article you picked answer this question? So you're going to give me that plus evidence here. The evidence has to be a direct quote, meaning I want to see quotation marks and I want to see the words directly from the text itself. Do not paraphrase some vague summary about how, oh, she liked to cook and then learned that she just had to do other things to cook because other people didn't want to cook with her on how she did and they drank the stuff. No. No. Please, all right? Give me evidence. I'm giving you this now so that you have the week to work on it. It's not going to take you a week, but I strongly encourage you to jump into it because as I said in the assignment overview video here, if you are working on this and you have a question, you are always welcome to email me, send a message on Remind to the Snapchat group, whatever you got to do. But keep in mind that if you message me at, say, 10 o'clock at night, I'm probably asleep. If you message me at 8:30 p.m. next Sunday, I might not respond right away. I don't jump into my email at 9 o'clock at night on a Sunday usually. So make sure that you understand what it is that you're doing. Make sure you ask any questions that you may have. You guys got this. We've done this before, and we are so close to the end. Once you finish this, the last bit right here is a quick survey. As we come to the end of our distance learning adventures here, I want to know how it went and what you think and what you suggest or what sort of ideas you may have or what sort of complaints have been persistent. So all I'm asking you to do is answer just a couple of questions here for me. I'm asking that you be honest in your answers, but also be specific if you can. And what I mean by that is kind of give me specifics. So here, if it says if there's something that made online learning easier for you, what was it and why? So if there was something that was easy or that made this whole experience easier, tell me what it was, but try to tell me why it was easy as well. Don't just say, the video. Be specific, what video, and what about the video helped make it easier. The video because it explained things, something like that. Just try to be specific so I know. The reason I want this information back from you is because if we end up having to continue distance learning, or if we end up having to do some form of online work in the future, I want to be able to have feedback from you that I can take to planning sessions and that I can use to help ensure that you guys have your needs met and that we are doing what we can to help you out and to make it at least less excruciating. So be honest with me. Tell me what you think. What worked? What didn't work? What could have worked? Just be honest with me. I can handle it. All right. You can focus on just this class, but I encourage you to focus on all of it as a whole. So while you can tell me what I did wrong, that's fine. But I'm curious as to the whole 2 months for not only this class, but classes in general and school as a whole. How did it work out for you? What might you have done differently? What have you learned from this experience about you, about your study habits, your study skills, etc.? Be honest with me. Fill it out. Hit submit. I want to see your responses so that I have information that I can bring to planning meetings, information I can give back to my department, to our school. I'm not going to use your names on it. I'm not going to go and tell Azevedo, oh, so-and-so said this. I'm not going to go print out copies or email it to everybody at the school. I just want to know what you have to say. Be honest with me, guys. Just be honest. And that's what I'm asking you guys to do for this last long week before we hit the end. We are almost there. I know it's felt like an eternity, but that eternity is coming to a close. We will be done very soon. So again, questions, comments, concerns, compliments, just let me know one way or the other.